2010 and 2011, there was one person in the state of Kentucky you did not want to wrestle if you were 160 pounds. That somebody is our guest here today. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
John Lampe.
And of course, two-time state champion out of St. Xavier, 2010 and 2011. This is your 2010 review video, man. Like I tell everybody, thank you for joining us. Thank you for setting aside a little bit of time. We know you're a busy man these days, and we just want to. You and your brothers have been highly requested. The Lampe name in the St. Xavier wrestling room still strikes fear into a lot of people. I've been told that. Even people that's been out for a while, like, what? John Lampe's coming. Like, what? Oh, you know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, I doubt it.
No, I'm telling you, man, you'd be. I don't want to call anybody out on video here. I'll tell you when we get done. Some of the people have been like, "Oh man, don't mention me around John Lampe. He still scares me." So, man, the standard question we hit everybody with coming into their first video, if they're multiple time, is how do you find wrestling, man? What gets you interested?
Oh, really? My dad just did it because we had a lot of energy and we're crazy kids, always fighting each other. And we started at Fern Creek Middle School. So my dad went to high school, and he knew he wrestled with Mark Hitchings over there, and Mark was coaching. And I think, I joined the team while Mark was still coaching. And then after Mark left there, then my uncle started coaching there. And I wrestled for both of them I think I started in 5th grade. So about 4 years over there at Fern Creek.
Man, that Fern Creek, I believe it was called the Optimus, right? Fern Creek Optimus.
Yeah, the club team.
Man, you guys had some hammers. You had yourself, Myron Bradbury, Hitchings. I mean, we go on and on and on. I believe Fahey come from there, I think.
Well, yeah. I was pretty bad in middle school, but they were good.
Still, though, just what you guys were able to become.
Yeah.
Mark was, of course, he wasn't the head coach, but he brought a lot of the guys from Fern Creek over to Trinity, 2009 and 2010 state champions, and he coached Fern Creek to that 2015 state championship. And we've got Brad's review video, Brent, Mark review videos on the channel. So, man, it's good to connect a lot of these dots. You know what I mean? To have all these guys from the city, and here's how they got there. So you start in middle school, and then you, I guess, do you come to St. Xavier as a freshman?
No, so I actually didn't wrestle my freshman year. I was going to this tiny little school, K through 12 school, called St. James Academy, that was part of our church, and they didn't have wrestling. And honestly, I wasn't going to wrestle in high school. I thought I was done because they didn't have sports, and we couldn't afford St. X. But what was I doing? I think in the meantime, I just wanted to keep doing something. So during my freshman year, I was working out with guys. I would work out with some of the guys that wrestled at Fern Creek High School. I would go over to St. X because my brothers were wrestling for River City at the time. So I would work out with them, just really getting like mat time in just for fun. And then the coaches over at St. X really wanted me to come there. And my dad's like, we can't afford it. But we were unaware of their whole financial aid program. So once we got plugged into that program, then they were able to get us some money, and I was able to go. So I started as a sophomore, actually.
Wow, man, no kidding. I had no idea. And I'm sure a lot of people that maybe remember you, wrestled you, or see your name up on the board there in St. Xavier. That's a great story. It really is. And that's something about this review series is, I mean, will every single situation in your life work out? No, but if you've got a little bit of gumption about you, a little bit of want to, and ask the right questions to the right people, there's a very good possibility, like you said, find out about financial aid, find out about transportation, find out whatever it is. If you really want to go to a school or wrestle for a certain coach or whatever that case is, you can just about pull it off. That's something that I love about this, getting the information out there. But man, let's talk about real quick before we get into your history. As of this filming, this is November the 7th, 2025. St. Xavier has 3 team state championships, 1998, 2001, and 2013. 28 individual state champions. I believe that is tied for 8th place overall. Of course, Isaac Knable in 01 and 02, most outstanding, and then Hunter French in 2013, most outstanding. And not just wrestling, but St. Xavier, if you've been watching the channel or know anything about Kentucky high school athletics, St. Xavier has one of the best athletic programs in the state. Football, wrestling, they pretty much own the swimming landscape, golf, soccer, you name it. St. Xavier's got a state championship in at some point. Multiple ones probably. And just a great program all the way around in every single sport. But man, in 2009, you're a sophomore, 135 pounds. You run into Luke Urban from Union County in the semis. Luke wins a 5-3 decision on you. Of course, Luke would go on to be state champion that year. So, if you're going to get beat, I hate to say, it's always better to say you got beat by the eventual state champion. You know what I mean? But you get to the 3rd, 4th place match, you run into Josh Johnson out of John Hardin. And, of course, Josh's review videos are on the channel. Josh, 2008 state champion and 2010 state champion. So, man, you ran into 2 hammers that year. I think that's pretty fair to say.
Yeah. I definitely did. That was a pretty tough bracket looking back at it. I can't remember who was supposed to win. I feel like Josh might have been number 1 seed, but maybe he wasn't. I can't remember. I was going to
say, if it wasn't Josh, Josh or Luke, either one, I'd be very surprised that it wouldn't be one of those two was the 1 seed.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't even remember who beat Josh. Maybe it was Luke too. Did Luke beat Josh in the winners bracket?
I have to look it up. If you'll indulge me just a second here, I can tell you because that's a question that I have myself. So fans, if you would please just bear with me just a second. 135 pounds. I know this is making for a great visual here, me scrolling on my phone.
That's all right.
I was going to say, you're fine.
Yeah, Luke had a heck of a tournament.
Luke beat Josh in the semi or the quarters 5-4. So Luke had to go through Josh and you, man, to get there.
Yeah, he had a really good tournament. I remember that.
And he went on to beat Matt Sloan from Sheldon Clark 7-4 in the final. So he had a heck of a run there to get on top of that podium. That's one that is well earned. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
But man, this is of course your 2010 video, 160 pounds. You're a junior, and for those, I guess if you're watching this, you got to know a little bit about wrestling. Maybe John's videos brought you to it, but 135 pounds as a sophomore, 160 pounds as a junior. That's a pretty significant weight gain. Pretty significant.
I cut a lot.
Did you just kind of get bigger over the summer? Were you cutting a lot? How did it go for you?
Yeah, I cut a lot. I weighed, I think the last day of the state tournament, you get a pound each or whatever. You get 2 pounds halfway through the year, and then you get a pound at each weigh-in. So, I weighed in at 139 or whatever it was on the last day of the state tournament. And then I think that evening, or no, it was the next morning, I weighed 157. I remember that. So I was like, I was cutting a lot.
Okay, no, that's fair. Because I had that actually on my little notes to ask you because, man, that's a pretty big cost. You hear, a lot of guys we've had videos with, they grew 3 or 4 inches over the summer, and the basketball coach is looking at them like, hey, you're you're 6'5" now. You ever thought about coming out and playing ball with us? Like, no, coach, I'm a wrestler. You should have picked me when I
Yeah.
was a freshman. Now that I've got some muscle and I've got some strength, I'm sticking to the mats. But
Yeah. No, I haven't gotten any taller since my like freshman year of high school or sophomore year of high school. I didn't get taller in college or anything. Stayed the same height.
well, I
Yeah.
guess at least you're consistent. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
so man, 2010, the first round, you win a 15-6 major decision over Curtis Graham of Woodford County. In the second round, you win a fall 2 minutes and 48 seconds over Andy Gilliand of Cooper. That's out of Northern Kentucky, for those wondering.
Hmm.
In the quarters, you win a 6-3 decision over Preston Shootman of McCreary Central. In the semis, you win a 7-5 decision over Cameron Broussard out of Seneca and Louisville, and Cameron would go on to get fourth place. I'm sorry. Then in the finals, you're wrestling Aaron McCauley out of Trinity. Now, of course, we have the match video. We're not going to tell you the score. We have the match video and the medal ceremony. But in doing my research, I had to go back and look at the regional finals for that year, and McCauley actually got the win in the
Yeah.
regional finals.
Yeah. I think we were, if I remember right, we were tied up in an overtime, and he pinned me.
No kidding.
Yep. He had a good what was it? What did you call it? Like a neck whip, step over.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think I was on a shot and he whipped me over to my back. I got pinned.
No kidding,
Yeah.
man. And of
Hmm.
course, Trinity St. Xavier, big rivalry there in Louisville. I would have to imagine that the whole week leading up to the state tournament in your practice room, you heard about it, getting beat by your rival, right? Is that fair to say?
I don't remember. I don't think so. It was more like, I don't know, just
I think people were
training.
afraid to say anything. I think that from the stories I've heard about you, people's like, man, we ain't saying nothing to John, man. Forget that.
I
He
mean, I don't know. Maybe not. But
No, I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. But
yeah,
regardless, you're there in the finals as a junior wrestling somebody that you've probably wrestled a bunch. I'm sure it's probably fair to say that you had wrestled him a few times before that. Maybe not that season, but the season before. Is that fair?
well, no, actually,
Oh
the
wow.
funny thing
Okay.
about Aaron was we were training partners in middle school for a year or two. I can't remember. We were the same weight or close to the same weight in middle school, so I wrestled him a lot. But then I never wrestled him again until that year. That was his senior year, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, we never wrestled again until the regional tournament. I think he was injured a lot more than me. But yeah, I don't think he even wrestled that many matches that year because he kind of came out of nowhere. He didn't wrestle most of the season, and he came in at the end and was kind of beating everybody and upsetting people. And yeah, beat me. I can't remember. I might have been ranked number one when he beat me because I can't remember.
Yeah. Um. The But before we watch your match video, I like to get this perspective from different people. Is man, you win that semifinals, knowing that you're going into the state championship match. Um, what's going through your head? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Is it just another match? Like what? Talk to us about that.
Gosh, yeah, I was always nervous. I wasn't a super confident person. Um, I had to work on that a lot, but especially wrestling him because he beat me last. Um, the main thing the main thing I wanted to do versus him is I knew I had to get to my offense and get one score. I guess I was confident that he couldn't score an offensive point on me. All he had was defensive scores. He was really good at that, scoring off my shot or whatever. I just knew I had to get to my shot and finish one, and then it would be over. And but doing that was the hard part. He had really good defense for me, but it was hard to get through him. And then when you get to his hips, to his legs, and you're fighting his hips, that's just the beginning of the battle. He had yeah, he had a really solid defense. I just knew I had to get past that. So I don't know. I kind of just, yeah, I was nervous for sure, but just focused on that one thing, just thinking that over and over again, what I need to do, you know.
Man, I understand that, and thank you for sharing that. So to the young wrestlers watching this, sometimes, um, like John said, you might be a little nervous. It's all right. Just go out there and wrestle the way you can wrestle. Do what you know, and let the chips fall where they may. Has it been a while since you've seen your 2010 state finals video?
Oh gosh, yeah, I don't even know how you have it.
Man, but it's been I'm in January of 26 coming up. It'll be my 4-year anniversary of doing my first review video. Now we're somewhere around 420 review videos, something like that, 415.
Wow.
And it's been a constant effort. It's been a constant search, and we've done several videos from 2010. We've done Michael Osborne from Rowell, Grant Ullman from Trinity. We've done several 2010 guys. Had the review videos on, man, and it's been great just to get your all's voices after all these years. So we're going to pull it up here, pull up the match video, and of course the screen is black. It fades into it, I promise. So, man, I think we've talked enough about it. Let's go.
All right.
And there we are at the dungeon, the best atmosphere in the history of the world.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you're in that St. Xavier pale gold final singlet, looking like you're pretty heavy on his head there, twirling like an armbar. Did you guys work on anything in the week leading up to it that you saw it, like wrestling, that you need to stay away from or you could score on or anything like that?
Gosh, I'm trying to remember. I think mainly just, like I said, finishing quick when I get to the legs, not getting caught underneath of them. Because, like I said, he just had a really good step over.
Yeah.
And I mean, credit to him. I think he was probably injured too. I think he dealt with a lot of injuries. So I don't even know if he was 100%, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, and for one, I knew I kind of had to wear him down and not take bad shots, you know.
I got you. Now, you got the official there with his back to us. That's another. He was from southern Indiana there, right outside Louisville, named Mark Shoemate. Mark has passed away on us a couple years ago.
Oh, no way.
Yep, the other referee there, Jeremy Cowan, he's from West Virginia. He may have refereed some of your college matches.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
Jeremy's been around for a very long time. So we're in the first period here, 32 seconds to go, something to that effect. You got that underhook, but like he's clamping down on the elbow. Did he have something from there that you knew, I cannot let him have this arm?
Yeah, actually, now you say that, I'm pretty sure he had kind of like a little tricky dump, like a barrel roll type move from that overhook.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really remember. It's like I said, I didn't wrestle him too often.
Yeah.
But I think he would shoot in and hit that barrel roll dump.
Gotcha.
There were other guys from Trinity that were good at that move. I think that was the Mark Hitchings special.
That's very possible.
I can't remember. I remember Brent being good at it, I think. But
you tossed there and deferred. He chose down on top. Are we somebody that likes to ride on top? Are we a bar, a wing, a tilt? Are we just what are we?
No, I was horrible on top. I don't even know what I'm like. I would do that. That's the only thing I would try. Let them stand up and try to lift them and put them on their back.
Mm-hmm.
I got better on top maybe as a senior, but I feel like as a junior I just mainly would hold on as long as I can and then let them go.
I was gonna say, I think that was looking at what you're talking about, his hips. I think that was a smart decision just to kind of cut him and duke it out on your feet. You know what I mean? Don't take a risk of getting caught in something.
Yeah.
And
He had a
he's
lot of.
got
He had,
Richard Brown in his corner. I see there. I don't know who the other person is. Richard, of course, 1990. I believe 1990 or 91 state champion. And you've got Coach Krasick. And who else is in your corner?
probably Isaac.
Isaac. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, I pretty much always had Isaac in my corner, and Coach K. But
Yeah.
Isaac was my workout partner that year.
You do a really good job there of not getting thrown. He try for that little leg trip or sweep, whatever you want to call it, there when he was that under. I was like, man, alive.
Yeah, wow, I finally took a shot. I don't remember that.
Hmm.
I was, yeah, I don't know. I was pretty raw this year for sure. Just a lot of just grab on collar ties and snap and move people. I wasn't great at shooting. I wasn't really great at a lot of things except hand fighting. But I mean, that's all because of Isaac getting beat up by him every day.
Buddy, I can understand. Now, you take down here, you're just down on the scoreboard 1-0, but you're not even 2 seconds in. You tied up. 1-1. Do you remember hearing the crowd being loud here?
No.
I think Craig's trying to convince Mark that's a takedown. There we go.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember the crowd. I remember feeling like I had the match in the bag, honestly, right here. Just had to not get pinned again, you know?
Yeah, I can understand. You could hear I've had to turn the volume down way, because it was so loud in there. Like the microphone, they must have had it up full blast on the setting, but you can hear the St. Xavier crowd cheering for you.
Yeah, no, I think I remember that maybe.
Getting our takedown there, pretty good right there on the edge, real slick.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't think I purposely didn't take another shot the rest of the match. I was just waiting for him to shoot and going for go behinds.
And doing a really good job hand fighting there. That last little hand exchange, he was a little bit, you can tell you're starting to aggravate him.
Yeah, maybe. I think he was starting to wear out. He was getting kind of tired. I remember that.
You get your takedown there. Almost got a set of back points. That stuck back. Doing a real good job there. Maintaining pressure, but keeping your hips away. He gets another one. We're neutral. Another escape. As we're winding down, you get another takedown.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Look at those two studs walking out there.
Oh, yeah. What happened? Was it injury time or something?
Yep,
Yeah.
Injury time. Mark stopped it for injury. Well, I guess where he just wasn't moving.
Yeah, like I said, I think he hurt himself.
Yeah. You're going optional start here.
I don't know why.
There's the final score, man, 9-4. Your first state championship. Here we have the medal ceremony. And if you've never been to the state tournament, if you're watching this, the way it goes is the medal ceremony is one match behind. So the 171-pound match just wrestled. So you've got a little bit of time to kind of cool off, high five people, see some family, see some friends, whatever.
Yep.
And you get to go over and sit down, whatever, in the chairs. Whenever you have that little, however long it is, depending on how long the match goes. Do you remember much about that?
Oh yeah. I was excited. I ran up and gave my dad a hug right away. Just because I just appreciated all the sacrifice that all the time he put in, just hours and hours sitting in gyms and, he got mats and put them at our house, and he just put a lot of money and time into it when he didn't have a lot of money or time. So, I just remember being grateful to him. I ran right up there and hugged him. And of course, yeah, everybody was excited because I think at that point they hadn't had a state champion in a while. So it was kind of,
the last one was,
oh, okay.
We just did his review video a couple weeks ago. Zach went on to be a Navy SEAL.
I remember he came in and trained with us one time. I actually wrestled him. It was probably that same year.
There you are, getting your medal and your bracket. Taking your rightful spot on top of the podium there. And that's where the video ends.
Awesome.
So, man, watching that one back, you seem like you had a pretty good recollection of it, but did anything kind of catch you off guard? Did it play out the way you remembered it?
Yeah, no, I mean, no, it's pretty much how I remembered it.
I got you.
Yeah.
And, you said something there I want to hit on before we go on to your 2011 video is you talked, went up and gave your dad a hug and all that. Whether you're a parent, a guardian, grandparents, sisters, brothers, whoever comes to watch you wrestle, they travel, they do whatever. Even if you don't win, wrestlers watching this, go up and say thank you to them. Let them know that their presence is appreciated there at your event, because we've been to wrestling meets that are not the best well ran. The time management is very poor, and it can be a very long day. Believe me, I'm starting my 21st year of officiating this year as of this filming, and when I get the invitation or like the assignment to go to some schools, I'm like, oh, this will be all right. We won't have that long of a day. Some schools we go to, I'm like, you have got to, there's no reason why a 14 tournament should take 15 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So, young wrestlers, no matter what, high school all the way down to elementary level and youth, if you have people come watch you wrestle, let them know that them being there is appreciated. Just do that for me. Do that for Uncle Alex. Just take my word, take my advice on that, because they could be doing anything else. The sacrifice, the time, the admission, the concessions, all that, it adds up over time. And you might get 2 or 3 matches. If you're good, you might get a couple minutes of mat time. If you're bad, you might get a little bit worse of mat time. It's not like going to a football game or basketball or any other sport. Wrestling is just so individualized. So that's my speech in this one, is just thank people that come watch you and support you in wrestling. So, John, man, is there anything about the 2010 year that we want to hit on before we go on to your 2011?
I don't think so. Yeah.
It's no big deal. I just like to give everybody in case something may have jogged or triggered, while we were talking.
Like I said, I mean, like you were just saying, I think gratitude is the biggest thing, not just even in wrestling, just in life. Because if you're grateful for what you have and what's been given to you, then you're never I don't know, you're never down or depressed about anything because you're always just, you're always grateful for what you have, and that attitude is just like a general positive attitude can just takes over every aspect of your life, which is something I'm always working on, like how to be grateful for. You can be grateful for every little thing, grateful to God for every little thing He gives you every moment of the day. So, um, yeah, I think that's the biggest thing I feel just about my wrestling career, and I mean that season especially is just gratitude for everything, even the opportunity to go to that school that we couldn't afford, and um, grateful to my parents for everything they sacrificed. Like you said, sitting in gyms for 16 hours a day, and um, you know, my dad would sit through every single practice pretty much that we ever had,
Yeah.
and he almost never just dropped us off and left. He was pretty much always there, and he was running a business at the same time and had a lot of stuff on his plate for sure. But which I'm finding out now as a parent, like you have a lot of just you never feel like you have enough time. But he somehow made all that time for us. So just grateful for that. Grateful to them.
And I
my
think that's a good. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt
Oh,
you.
sorry, and I didn't want to leave out my coaches either, and teammates. Just grateful to them as well. I feel like for my training partners at practice, because I was definitely a spaz for sure. I was always headbutting people, and I bled constantly. I had bloody noses, bloody everything, because I was just like I don't know. I had that kind of style, I guess. So I know I was kind of a pain in the butt to be a training partner with, probably. And grateful to Isaac Knable for being my workout partner and keeping me humble for sure. Because anytime I thought I was the best, he would put me in my place real quick. And Coach Kresick, of course, because I don't think I might not have ended up there if he hadn't have been the coach. I just really like and respect him as a man for sure. And didn't really want to wrestle for any other coach in the area. I really liked him.
I understand, man. And like I said, we've got for the St. Xavier, maybe John's videos, brought you to the channel. We have so many St. Xavier state champions on the channel. We have Isaacs for Tendai Charasica. I think everybody from the 90s, 2000s. The only people that we're missing that we have video for is Justin and Dominic. So if we can get those two guys lined up, we'll have everybody from 1987 forward. Mark Ullman is on the channel. Chris Zenner, Dave Kopfleisch, all those guys. Will Rabatine, Billy Redmond, like I said, Zach,
Cool.
Carter, all those guys. So St. Xavier crowd. And of course, we have Coach Krasik's coaching perspective video as well. So we got the St. Xavier's well represented on the review series here. But man, I think that's a great place to wrap this 2010 video up. And like we said in the beginning, you're a two-time. Be sure to watch John's 2011 review video. That's where we will see you is in 2011.